Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Jenifer and I post beauty and fashion videos. So if you like that type of content, definitely hit that big red subscribe button down below. I would love for you to join the family here. As you can tell by the title of today's video, we are talking all about the Sephora sale that is now live. If you are watching this video, it went live yesterday for Rouge members. But if you are not a Rouge member, I will have all of the sale dates and info down in the description box, as well as a link to all of the products that I will be sharing with you guys today, so that way you can look into them further. So this time around, I am going to be shopping the sale a little bit differently. I'm using this opportunity to do more of a restock on my everyday favorites, products that I use a lot. And it just so happens that I kind of ran out of everything all at once, so it's the perfect time to restock. I will be picking up a couple new items, but for the most part, it is a restock on a lot of my favorites. So if you want to see what I'm restocking and what I'm eyeing that's new, then keep on watching. First up is this primer by Hourglass. This is the airbrush primer. I absolutely love this primer, especially for my textured skin and my pores. It just kind of smooths everything out and it's a great base. I have no issues with any of the products that I put on top of this primer. I just love it. And speaking of Hourglass, I need to restock on one of my favorites. This is the Soft Glow Foundation. And I use it in the shade 6.5. It's actually the foundation I'm wearing today, but this is running quite low. So this is another one that I will be restocking on. This next product, I don't have it physically, but it was featured in my empties video. So I'll insert a photo here on the screen. This is the Milk Matte Primer. I absolutely love this primer. It gives you a matte finish, but it's not overly matte. And for somebody like me who has dry skin, it's not overly drying. And I like to use this primer mainly on my T-zone, but I just am loving the way my makeup sits when I use this primer. So I will definitely be restocking this one. And this next product is one that I always have to stock up on during the sale because it is my #1 foundation. And it is none other than the Shiseido Synchro Skin Radiant Lifting Foundation. I think this time around, I'm going to try and pick up the Self Refreshing Foundation as well. They both wear pretty much the same. I love them both equally. But the past few times I've tried to order the Self Refreshing Foundation, it's been out of stock in my shade. So this one right here is my summer shade. It is number 350 Maple. And my winter shade is 320 Pine. So I will be picking it up in the number 320. I love everything about this foundation. The wear, the coverage, how lightweight it feels. And not only does it have skincare ingredients in it, but it also has SPF, which is a nice perk. This is one of the most underrated foundations out there, and it is incredible. So if you haven't tried it, add it to your list. You will love it. The next foundation I need to restock on is this one from YSL. This is the All Hours Foundation. This is definitely a full coverage foundation, but again, it feels very lightweight on the skin. I find it to not emphasize any texture. It wears beautifully. It never gets weird for me. And I just like to have this foundation for special events or something like that. And I wear it in the shade MN4. So I will be restocking this one. And another foundation that I am restocking on is my Forever Love, the Dior Forever Matte Foundation. This one again is full coverage, but it feels very lightweight on the skin. I do wear it in the shade 3N, and I love that it is transfer proof, waterproof. It gives you 24-hour wear, and not that I'm ever wearing it for 24 hours, but I just love the finish of this foundation. It looks beautiful on the skin, and for somebody with acne, I love full coverage, but I also don't want to look cakey, and I want it to have just a beautiful finish, and I love that in this foundation. The next restock is a fragrance. This is the perfume J'adore by Dior. I absolutely love this perfume. As you can tell by my empty bottle, I have to restock on this one. When I had this one, it was my everyday fragrance. I got so many compliments on it. This is a floral scent, so if you like floral scents, this is a beautiful one. It is lightweight in the sense that it's not overly potent like some of the Chanel fragrances. They can seem very harsh, even though they smell good. This one just smells like springtime, like you walked into a flower mart. It's just very fresh florals. I love it. It's beautiful. The next restock for me is this concealer by Hourglass. I do wear it in the shade Oat, and I had to scrape every little last bit out today to wear it. It's the concealer I have under my eyes, and I just absolutely love how this concealer wears. I'm somebody that always has fine lines under their eyes, and sometimes concealers that are not the right formulation, it can accentuate that. Not the case with this one. I love that it's a full coverage. It's not overly drying. It dries almost to like a semi-matte finish. Of course, I set it with powder, but I just love everything about this formulation. So this one is definitely a restock. And the last two items that I have physically in front of me are the Ole Henriksen lip balms. These are called the Pout Preserve Peptide Lip Treatment. You guys know that this one right here has been a holy grail of mine since discovering it from the recommendation of Courtney Cahoon. I love this stuff, and I think at this point I have gone through 8 of them. I love it. I swear by it, and it's one of those lip balms that I have to have in every room, in my purse, at work. I just cannot be without this lip balm. And for the holiday time, they actually launched this one that has a kind of purpley undertone to it. It's really, really beautiful. And this is in the scent shade Lingonberry Jam. Here is the beautiful purple shade that it is. And this one right here is what I'm wearing on my lips today. I did pair it with a dark brown lip liner, and that's kind of been my signature lip lately, is either a light brown or dark brown lip liner. And if I go with a light brown, I always pair it with this. If I go with a dark brown for more of a fall look, I love to pair it with the purple. So now let me go ahead and move into some items that I would love to pick up that are new for me. So first up is the Shiseido Revital Essence Skin Glow Foundation. I'm a sucker for Shiseido foundations. I have tried them all, and I really, truly love all of them. They all wear beautiful. They all have really good skincare ingredients in them. They all have SPF, and for somebody with acne, they are a holy grail for me. And when they announced that this one was coming out, I of course had to try it, so it is on my list to pick up. Next up is the Haus Labs Concealer. I've kind of heard mixed reviews on this, but for the most part, it seems really positive, and I've just been wanting to try that concealer, so that is on my list to pick up. Next up is the Patrick Ta Major Dimensions 3 Matte Eyeshadow Palette. I have his first one. I absolutely love it, but I love that this one is all matte as well, so I have to grab this one. His formulations are so good, and I find that when I use them, the shadows just blend out like a dream. So this one is a for sure. Next up is the Shiseido Eyelash Curler. I've heard really good things about this one. I have one eyelash curler. It's like probably 20 years old at this point. Like she has been through the ringer, so I need a new one, and everybody seems to love the Shiseido one. I love the Shiseido brand, so it's like meant to be. Next up is the Haus Labs Foundation. Now, I feel like I'm the last to pick up this foundation, but I did get a couple samples of it just because I wanted to try it out before I committed to buying it. And I really, really liked that foundation. At first, when I first applied it, I didn't like it at all. I didn't like how it was sitting on my skin. But as the day went on and it just kind of absorbed into my skin, I loved what my skin looked like at the end of the day. So this one is a definite yes for me. Next up is the Holiday palette from Charlotte Tilbury, and I love the tones of this eyeshadow palette. There's something about that middle blue shade and the purpley pink shades that are just gravitating towards me, and I usually don't go for colors like that, but I just find this color story to be really fun yet wearable. I love that you can mix and match the neutrals with some of the shimmer shades. Can't talk. You can mix and match some of the neutral shades with the shimmer shades. Okay, it's just very wearable. Okay. And I also just love the packaging of this. So I cannot wait to try this palette. And next I have the Givenchy Prisme Libre Loose Setting Powder Mouthful. I used to own this years ago when it first launched, and I want to say this was the only colorway option, and I haven't had it in years and years and years, and I've just been seeing it over and over again on Sephora, and so I kind of have the itch to repurchase it and see if I like it now as much as I did back then. So we'll see about that one. And the next one is from Hourglass. It is one of their newer palettes. It is this snake one. It's the Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked palette, and it's the snake. And I just like this one for kind of like the darker, kind of bronzier, warmer tones. And I think it would be great for the winter just because I like to go more of a bronzy look in the winter just to kind of warm up my face. And I just love the color story of this palette. And last but certainly not least is the new highlighter that is being launched by ABH. It is the Glow Seeker highlighter in Sun Idol. And from kind of what I've seen, it's very similar to the Emrezi highlighter that she launched years ago that everybody loves. And I wish they would bring that back because I too loved it. But this one is supposed to be similar, obviously not exact, but the swatches that I've seen of this highlighter are gorgeous. So I cannot wait to get my hands on this highlighter and test it out for myself. So that is all I'm planning to pick up during the Sephora sale. So let me know down in the comments what items you are planning to pick up. Is it makeup, skin, fragrance, hair care? Let me know. I love to hear what other people are choosing to purchase. Or if you're not shopping the sale, that's perfectly fine as well. So with all that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.